Trading the Asian session, good or bad? I'm gonna I'm gonna let you answer that question. But for me, it's been bad. So I'll get into it when we get into the actual trade I took in the Asian session. But it was a definite kick right in the groin. So it is what it is. But you know what? Today overall, the market was you couldn't really have a bias coming into it. You could, but it was a tough read for me. I'll get into that as we go over the charts and what I saw at the desk in the morning. But the highlight for me today was I got to be on stream. I was invited by the real deal Zach. I would look him up on YouTube, subscribe. He is definitely somebody that's got some great knowledge. He does live streaming every morning, trading the New York session. I actually came across him. Austin put together a marketing group, and I was lucky enough to meet him in that group. And then he was one of the key speakers at the Tampa Boot Camp event. And there, we just like everybody there, you just hit it off with them, and you get to share stories and vice versa. And yeah, just a really cool guy, and I really got along with him. So, I was lucky to have him reach out and invite people on a stream, and I was one of the people that he invited. So, I got on stream with him. And again, I'm starting to get really comfortable in the streaming environment, so it's cool. We both, had winning trades. The exact same trade. He was long, I was short, and we both took profit. So that was super cool to see. And for everybody out there, it doesn't have to be one way or the other. It just goes to show that there's multiple times in the market that either side can make money. And then that 50K giveaway, the 550K accounts and the giveaway for Top 1 Futures. I want to keep moving on that. That's going to close tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern. So literally 24 hours left. You got time to get in and basically follow me on my socials. Everything is at the Randy Bains. So Instagram at the Randy Bains, X at the Randy Bains. And then obviously if you're watching this video, more than likely you're following me here on YouTube at the Randy Bains. You follow me on my 3 socials, gets you an entry into the draw, and I'm going to do an extra bonus for anybody that makes a purchase through Top 1 Futures using my code TRB, which currently gives you 55% off. You're going to get an extra 2 bonuses for every purchase you make. So you could stack that as many as you want. Before you know it, you could have 10, 12, 15 entries to the draw, 16 entries to the draw. But those are the key things. So follow me on my socials. That's without a purchase, you get entered into the giveaway. If you make a purchase on Top 1 Futures using code TRB, which is 55% off, those prices are not going to last. I think they're gone on the 31st. That sale's over, and you'll probably never see that again. That's the most the accounts have ever been off, the biggest discount they've ever offered. And then with every purchase, you'll get double entry. So looking forward to it. And yeah, that is that. Let's get into what I was seeing at the desk in the morning, and we will go from there, get in and break down the 2 trades I took, how I managed them, how I handled them, and how I decided that, I'm good with trading today. I'm going to be done. Getting to the desk in the morning, I traded the overnight session last night. I didn't trade it. I had a trade on going into bed. So I had an idea of what I thought price was going to do. And clearly the market decided to humble me. And I even thought I was even being more smart and clever. But as you can see here, NVIDIA earnings come out. We get this news that a U.S. judge is overturning or putting in something about the tariffs and going to block the tariffs and blah, blah, blah. And it was just pure craziness. And look at this. You get a 100-point move on ES in the overnight session. So just insane. And these are the previous day's value area low, point of control, and value area high. These are my 3 levels I always have up on my chart. I had a naked point of control at 6,008. There was one at 5,980, but clearly got engaged. And then there was the next one up was 6,008. And there's a part of me that had some FOMO. So I see this move up. I want to get in the trade. Is there another leg higher? I got Bookmap open, everything. There's tons of orders above, all the way up to 60.10, 60.15, 60.13. So I can see 60.10, a nice round number. I could see that level getting tapped. And we'll get into the trade and you'll see what happened. That did not happen. But So having this long bias going to bed last night and then coming in this morning and seeing this move down, you'd automatically think I got a lean short bias. Well, I had a couple ideas. I could see easily price pull back to previous day's value area high, find support, leg up. Previous day's point of control, find support, another leg up. Previous day's value area low, another leg up. I could even see price with a big move like this. One thing I was curious if price was just going to do this all day and chop in between the previous day value area high and the previous day value area low. And then on the flip side of this, I could see price come down, test one of these levels, and come down. Now, if we take out this previous day value area low with any strength, I could look for this low to get taken out here. We still have this low back here to be our next higher low, but this would be an interesting thing I'd look at. If we could take this level with any strength, the sellers, I think you could get a move to the downside. Because clearly if they take these two other key levels, now it's telling me that the buyers are trying and not being able to support it or come to price's rescue or whatever you want to say. But let's get into my trades. Coming into the market, I'm on stream with Zach today. I'm going to be anytime I'm on stream, I'm very conservative. The trade I took up here was in my aggressive account, and so now I will be trading. I hit personal daily loss limit in that account, so I will be trading my conservative accounts. But let's get into the trades themselves, and you can kind of understand more my mindset and what happened. So here's the trade in the overnight session. This is that move up. I come to the desk and I see somewhere in here, and I missed this move again. New high. We take the 6,000s clean this time. I got a high day VWAP on here. Price pulls back, but look, makes a higher low. We're so far away from the daily VWAP. We come up, we break this high day VWAP. We're making this price structure, bullish price structure. So I said, you know what, I'm going to get in long. This is my aggressive account. This is the account you have to understand. I take lower probability, higher risk trades in, but I'm trying to just get to a place where I'm comfortable taking bigger losses along with bigger wins. So it's something I'm totally okay with taking these kind of trades. I would not have taken this into my conservative funded accounts. They're, getting closer to a payout target. So I gotta kind of spread the risk around just so I can develop, I think, as a trader. And this is really helping me develop. So I get in long 30 micros. We take this high day VWAP. I'm looking for these orders at 6,010 to fill. Very strong number. I got this naked point of control at 6,008. So I set my TP to this. Very fair thought. I go, we're having dinner, hanging out, whatever. I get back to the desk. I missed this move. But what this does is just confirm my thesis. We've made higher low, higher low. We're holding this original high a day VWAP like beautifully. So I'm comfortable. We get some chop here. I go to bed. Got my TP up here. I put quite a big stop, giving this some room to breathe. I think these lows can be taken, push higher. I got to give it price somewhere to find some support. So I'm going to be below these lows. And, somewhere around here, I'm okay with that. It's a 15-point stop, $1,500 a risk. Very straightforward math I did. Looked at the price structure. I just thought, these lows can be taken and we can push back higher. So I gave it some room to breathe. And what happens? So price does exactly what I thought it was going to do to an extent. So these lows, taken here. Taken. Price pushes higher. Back down to the downside. What happens here when it pushed higher? Missed my take profit by a tick. I'm fast asleep now, so game over. And what happens? Pulls back on me. Boom. Full stop. Down $1,600. That's what I woke up to. Now the key is this loss, I let go of it right then and there when I saw it. I came and looked at the charts, understood what happened. It is what it is. I knew what I was getting into taking this trade. So now the key was forget about it. This is trading. This is a loss. This is an L. It is what it is. I get on stream with Zach. I tell him about the loss. Forget about it again. Just put it out of my head. I don't even need to think about it because I don't want it to bleed into the management of a trade I take now. And on stream, I'm seeing nothing really kind of shake out. Opening range shakes out. I'm just not comfortable. As you can see, price found support here at the value area high, and it did the same thing on NQ. And as we, make the price just chops around here. I'm not comfortable in anything yet. You could look to get long here, but don't love it. And look what would have happened. You would have got long here, and you would have either hopefully took profits aggressively, or come back and got stopped at a break even. And you can see price consolidate here at the opening range low. We get a move lower through the opening range low and through the previous day's value area high with the break of the lower day VWAP. This signals to me I could see a short. I could see a short, even just a scalp down to 22, which is previous day's point of control. But I have my take profit down here set at previous day's value area low. And what happens? Price slices it, and NQ price has sliced its point of control now. So now I'm, comfortable in the trade. We get to the point of control, price slows down for a minute. This was my initial target, so this is where I had to be okay with taking half. I took half off. I took five of the micros off. I'm in for 10. I've locked some gains, realized that stop is locked in profit. I just want to end this trade green. Who knows what can happen? I could either get a massive slide down or price could find support here. So the next move down, I stay in this trade for another 3 minutes, and as price slows and consolidates at this value area low, it's telling me the buyers are strong. The buyers don't want to see this level get taken. I decide to get out. At this same moment, Zach is getting in long. It was absolutely beautiful. He gets in long, takes it up to here, puts his stop into profit at basically half hour, 0.5 hour, comes back, gets stopped out, he's at $500. I'm up $500. I went short, I made $500. He went long, he made $500. Just goes to show you that there's money in either way of the market. It's just how you manage the trades. And for me, I didn't look at, I need to get back my $1,600 loss in the other accounts. I looked at it like, these are my conservative accounts. I'm up $500. I'm good with it. Done. And look at that. Done. I ended up being up $1,200 on these two trades. You take away the $1,600 loss, I'm down $400 on the day. That's how I want to trade. And that's when I decided at that moment, this kind of just looked choppy now, and I could just, like I said, I could see it doing this all day in between the value area high and value area high and value area low. And I don't want to get stuck in it. This could easily lead to tilt, trying to gain back another $300 a loss. I could easily overtrade. Multiple things I could do that could just send that all the gains that I got could have just all disappeared again. So key thing I learned. And I'm glad I managed that, and I was done trading. And I said to Zach, I said, you know what? I just turned a big red into a small red. I don't need to chase this anymore. Let's just be done with it. I was done trading for the day. Had a rest of the great stream with Zach, and both of us just kind of watched price just chop around in here, and it's kind of what I was saying. And I took a break from the desk, and I came back, and this is what happened. And this is something that I was saying. And this can kind of be, this was my one and done trade of the day. I'm going to show you that I have marked up here. And I'll explain to you why. So now, I caught this short. Zach caught that long. Price chops around in between. If you look from here to here, we're in this value area high and value area low range that I was thinking price would chop around in. Here, price rejects off of the opening range low, previous day value area high, whatever you want to call it. Again, we get a lower high again. Now, when we break this New York VWAP to the downside, we're below everything, below all of our key levels. I would look to get in short here, see how we react on the previous day's point of control, have a stop up here, and look what happens. I said to Zach, I wouldn't be surprised if it stayed in this choppy range, and then either we break to the top or break to the bottom, but when we do, you will see a move. What happens? We break this to the downside. Sellers finally get the chance to put their foot on the gas. They bring this down. This equal low, these stacked lows here gets taken, and price turns back around. So if you're in these kind of trades, you got to look at the higher time frame. I would have looked back here, seen this was the exact same price structure on NQ. We had these stacked lows down here. And on both indices, price pulled down to it, found support, and pushed back up. And now look where we are again. Back right in that damn range. So that would have been a beautiful 40.1 and done. And you could have had a nice tight stop here above previous day's New York or something, even above this, even if you really wanted to, above that structure. And you still would have made a beautiful, beautiful trade. But I missed it. I wasn't there for it. I was done trading. I'm okay with it. That's how I want to trade. I can't catch every move, but this would have been just a beautiful trade. Let's have a quick look at the calendar. And let's shut this down. So this was, I think, I was up 1100 or something yesterday, and yeah, that loss in the overnight session got printed onto yesterday's, obviously, because I took it yesterday. Even though I do it on my markup today, obviously, because I was sleeping, but brought me down. But then today, I'm up 1100 bucks. I'm up 2.5K on the week, and I think I was up 2K yesterday, so I'm up 500 bucks or something on the week. That's how I want to trade. Let's finish Friday strong. Finish this month out strong. Look at these weeks all together. They look great, and that's that. So I'll remind you again, 50K times 5. So that's 50K challenge accounts. I'm giving them away. Closes tomorrow at 12 Eastern time. Again, follow me on all 3 socials. Gets you an entry into the draw. And also, any purchases made at Top 1 Futures using the code TRB, 55% off right now, gets you another double entry. So if you bought 1 account and you followed me on all my socials, that gets you 3 entries. Something to keep in mind. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the day. Thank you as always. Subscribe, click, comment, everything, the routine. And we will catch up all tomorrow and end this week strong. Cheers.